Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling a major North American city, Toronto. And we're doing it through your submitted source, this really striking map image. It's more than just a map, isn't it? It feels like a key.
Absolutely. It's a key to understanding how Toronto is fundamentally put together, its structure.
Right, so our mission today is to show you how just this one visual can help you build a solid mental map. Quickly, clearly, without getting bogged down.
That's exactly it. The power of a visual like this, a well-designed one anyway, is how it cuts through the noise. It distills something really complex into an overview you can grasp almost instantly. Forget hours of reading. This is your shortcut to understanding Toronto's layout. It gives you that foundation.
Okay, so let's unpack it then.
Yeah.
Looking at this map, the first thing that sort of jumps out is how it carves up this huge city into these, well, neat named areas, very distinct.
Mm-hmm.
Is that simplicity just administrative, or does it reflect how people, actually experience the city?
That's a great question. It's both, really. These are administrative boundaries, yes. But there's definitely a lived sense of these different regions, too. They have their own histories, identities.
Okay.
And looking at the map, you can see the six main ones clearly named: Etobicoke, York, North York, Old Toronto, East York, and Scarborough. They're not just lines. They tell a story about how Toronto grew, especially with the whole megacity amalgamation.
Right, the megacity. So let's orient you, the listener. If you're
Yeah.
picturing this map, you've got Etobicoke. It's in blue over on the western side. What's the story there?
Etobicoke, yeah, far west. It's really diverse, kind of a classic suburban landscape in many ways. It used to be its own city, and you still feel that distinct community vibe. You find quiet streets, but also big industrial zones and some fantastic waterfront parks. A real green edge for the West End.
Okay, and then flipping over to the other side, the east, that's Scarborough in green.
That's Scarborough, yes. On the east. Similar history. It was also independent once. It's famous for the bluffs, those dramatic cliffs on Lake Ontario. And it's incredibly multicultural, maybe one of the most diverse spots in the whole city. Very different feel from Etobicoke, even though they're both sort of on the edges.
Interesting. Okay, then moving inwards, more towards the center, there's a cluster.
Mhm.
Old Toronto stands out. It's in dark orange.
Yeah.
That's the core, right?
Absolutely. Old Toronto is the historic core. The original city, that's where you've got the CN Tower, the financial district, the main entertainment buzz. It's the densest part, the real heartbeat many people think of as Toronto.
Makes sense. And then sort of nestled around it, there's York that's lighter orange or tan,
Yeah.
and East York in purple.
Yeah, York is just west of Old Toronto, mostly residential, lots of historic homes mixed with newer stuff. It's a bit more relaxed than downtown, but still really central.
Right.
And East York, northeast of Old Toronto, it's smaller, often known for a strong community feel, maybe slightly more affordable housing. It's a mix, residential and light commercial, kind of bridges the core and the outer areas.
Okay. And the last big piece is North York, up north in orange. It looks pretty big.
North York is significant, yeah. It's sprawling, but also kind of its own hub. It's really developed its own downtown feel, almost like a second city center. Big office towers, commercial areas. It's a prime example of how Toronto grew outwards, these formerly separate places building their own economies, but still part of the bigger picture.
What strikes me looking at this again is just how fast this map lets you get a handle on something so huge. It's like you said, a shortcut. Why is a visual like this so much better than, say, just reading a list of neighborhoods?
It's about giving your brain immediate anchors, cognitive anchors.
Ah, okay.
This visual layout, it instantly gives you that basic geography, the core, the expansion outwards. It's a common pattern for big cities. It clarifies how this, complex urban sprawl is organized
Yeah.
into understandable bits.
Understandable bits, yeah.
And that quick geographical grasp, it does more than just help you navigate. It shapes your expectations. If you know you're in Scarborough, you might anticipate, I don't know, more spread out areas, maybe specific cultural hubs, whereas Old Toronto signals density, walkability. You start to predict the city's character just by knowing the area, all from this foundational mental map you build from the image.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening? Well, you've just gained a pretty fundamental, clear view of Toronto's main geographical areas, and maybe a little hint of their different characters, all from just one picture.
Mm-hmm. A powerful starting point.
Exactly. So here's a final thought to leave you with. Think about how getting this kind of quick geographical fix, these anchors, could change how you approach any big city you encounter, not just Toronto. How could quickly mapping a city like this improve your travel, maybe your business sense, or even just how you understand the local news? Something to ponder.